Charlie, good to see you. What's Monday morning's training like after 3 points and a 3-0 win and a great day Saturday?
Yeah, the place is a little bit more happier than it has been in previous weeks. But again, performance, Andy, over the last few weeks has been coming like that, and the result is something that we've felt that we've deserved. And for Saturday, it was put together, and a good performance from the lads. But again, you know, it's only one win. I don't want to get too high. I want to just park it now, and we move to Bristol Rovers, which is another tough away game.
So you're 2-0 up in the last away game and take a point. You've won 3-0 at home. Are you seeing big improvements now from when you walked in on New Year's Eve?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the lads have the information and the stuff that we're taking in, that we're giving them, they're taking it in, and it's shown on the pitch. Again, last week at Wycombe, obviously 2-0 up, and you know the sending off changes the game for us, and the performance at the weekend was good. But you have to go on a consistent basis and do that on a regular basis. And you know in these leagues that when you play Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday, you can claw points back, you can claw differences back quickly. But again, I just keep saying to the lads, you know, that's done. We have to park it, and it's another game, it's another challenge away from home. You know, Bristol are in good form. They've won back-to-back games, and it'll be a tough challenge. We'll have to go there, and we'll have to fight and scrap for every ball, because you know that's what they do to you.
Psychologically, Charlie, you're off the bottom of the table and you've not got the most inferior goal difference in the division now. That's got to be a couple of confidence boosters, hasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think you look at small steps week in, week out. The performance was coming. We got the performance at Wycombe for 45. Then we got the performance for large spells on Saturday. But ultimately, I keep saying to the players, if the performance is right and the performance is good, the results will come. And ultimately, we got the win on Saturday, which is good. But you know, we have to go and we have to build on that, and we have to take an away game. We have to go and show the same level of performance, and try and go to Bristol and get a win, which is something that we're capable of.
Have you set the tone now? Is that pretty much the message to the players? That is the level that you need to be at for the remainder of this season to stand a chance of being in it again next year?
Well, we set the tone first day when we come in the building, what we expected, and we knew it would take time in terms of what we wanted to get out of the players. I know that the Shrewsbury game was, you know, we'd only had 1 hour with the players, but there were small things in that then leads to Derby, and then to other matches that we've had so far in Portsmouth, and that you end up getting that performances in small doses. But then again, we managed to put it all into one spell on Saturday. But now we have to really kick on and take that performance again to a Tuesday game. And you know, obviously away games they're always tough, but we have to go there and do what we've done. You know, at Wycombe, we have to be organised. We'll have to win a lot of second balls, and we'll have to go and fight and scrap for everything, because that's what Bristol Rovers do to you.
Just talk to me about team spirit with the squad you've got now, Charlie. You've managed to get players out, you've managed to bring players in. Ability gets you so far in football, but to have a dressing room that is all pulling in the same direction and everyone wants to do well for each other, just how important is that, and how is it in your dressing room now?
Well, a lot of my decisions, Andy, were important. That I wanted people wanted to be here, and that was the first and foremost. When I first came into the football club, I had to know the situations for each individual player, where they're at mentally, physically, where they're at. And as a manager, you want to make changes. I'm fortunate enough that Steve and the club have allowed me to bring new fresh faces in, and that's helped the group. But ultimately, again, if you look at what we're trying to do in the process and the training, that's what the spirit brings. You know, they talk about culture. The culture comes within the dressing room, and it's their dressing room. It's they get the culture going, and you know, if they do the right habits on the training pitch and away from the game, then they'll take that into a Saturday. And you know, we're hoping that we've seen small signs that it's a good group of lads. You know, they're good spirits. But again, it comes down to winning football matches. You win games, then it really helps, and that's definitely been lifted with the weekend's victory.
Do you sense that everyone wants to be part of it now?
Yeah, absolutely. Every player I have in the building, every member of staff that I feel around the football club has got a little bit of more of an excitement within that result of the weekend, and that's important. We're all together, we're in it. You know, I've got lads that are injured at the moment, willing to travel to Bristol on a Tuesday night because they want to be part of it. we feel that there's a spirit within the group. You know, I watched the game, you know, at the end of the game Saturday. There's 7 or 8 players not involved in the tunnel after the game because it means so much that they're in it together. They believe there's a group of players there that can help us get to the end of the season. Listen, there's nothing done yet. We don't finish today, I think the 27th of April, and that's when it matters. That's when it will count, and we'll look and see where we're at. But again, we have to trust what we're doing from now till then and getting the performances. We get the performances, the results will come.
Challenges-wise, Charlie, in your career, where does this rate or rank in terms of, if you manage to keep this team in the division, where would it rank in terms of what you've achieved in your career?
Well, I think, like I said before, it's not about what I have done and what I've previously done. It's about me as a coach and as a manager. You know, ultimately that was my first one as a manager, and that's the first stepping stone for me on the coaching ladder. My playing career was a real high, but again, I look at what I can achieve as a manager at this football club, and that's important. The football club's more important than what I want, what I need. I just want to keep this football club in it because it's got good people in it, and you know a lot of people here. It's a good football club with good people, and we just have to be part of the journey that this football club's going on. It's been, you know, it's the longest serving club in League One, and we have to try and do our best and really, you know, do everything we can to keep them there this year.
It'll require promotion form, won't it, between now and April, for you to be in a position where you're happy and still a League One club?
Absolutely, and it'll come with a lot of hard work, a lot of hard yards, a lot of, you know, there'll be tough times, we know that, there'll be setbacks, but it's how we pick ourselves up from that setback, and it's important that we go into every game focused, ready, prepared well, and you know, we got 16, 17 games to really have a go at it now, and we'll see where we're at come April.
I guess we'll know, Charlie, when the team selection is announced about 6:45 on Tuesday evening. But when your team win 3-0 and you're really happy with how they get on, are you someone who lets them crack on, or are you someone who looks at the opposition a lot and thinks, well, actually, I might need to make 2 or 3 changes to this game regardless?
Yeah, absolutely. I think you look at on a team-to-team basis, really, and where we're at. You know, we've trained today and everybody's ready. We have a couple of doubts, but you know, when the game comes round, everybody's ready. We're focused, and we'll have a plan to really have a go at Bristol Rovers and try and win the game. Again, they're in good form, a good win at home against Exeter. So it's important that we go and set a challenge, and we're organised, which we will be. But again, everybody comes into the squad and recognition for the game on Tuesday, and we look forward to it.
Coughlin got his first goal for you.
Delighted for him.
An opportunity, and what a moment for him, and I guess you're just hoping it's the first of many, aren't you?
Yeah, well, and obviously he'd come in through previous regime. The club had obviously made the signing. They'd done really well at Waterford last season. I'd seen not much of him in terms of, you know, live. I'd only seen a couple of training sessions, but I love what I've seen, his enthusiasm, his hunger to really make an impact in the group. And I played him in a game against Waterford because they were over for pre-season, and he scored 2 goals, and he was planning to play the full game, and I took him off after an hour because he showed me that within an hour. I said, he'll do for me, and he got his reward by playing at Wickham last week. You know, for the tactical reasons, obviously sending off, I take him off. But again, Saturday, you could see his instinct for his goal. It's a real poacher's goal, and I'm delighted for him because strikers want to score goals, and hopefully that's a run that he can start, and you get many more from now to the end of the season.
Worth their weight in goals, worth their weight in goal scorers, aren't they? I mean, you've worked with so many down the years, and they might be out of the game for half an hour, and one chance comes and they might get you the winning goal.
Yeah, absolutely, and you know, like say, Promise reminded me this morning, that's him scored 2 and 3 as well, and Stockley scored in the last couple. Coughlin scored at the weekend, first goal. So now these boys are in form. They're happy. They're in a place where the environment is that they can go and be themselves and they can really flourish, and that's important. When you're relaxed and you're in a good form, then your game can take you to another level, and hopefully these lads can really help us from now to the end of the season.
Promise just reminding you that he wasn't involved at the weekend,
yeah.
But he's got 2 and 3 and a red card as well. He's had a bit of an eventful time, hasn't he, the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, absolutely. But again, you look at his stats over the season, and in terms of when he plays, the contribution he makes has been remarkable, really. when we have picked up points, he's been a big, vital part of that. So again, he always comes back into my thoughts in terms of Tuesday night, his performance against Wycombe, getting the goal. Yeah, he reminded me on the training pitch this morning. So again, it's not very often I won't be messing with a big man. So he's in good form. He's ready to go, and hopefully, when he's if selected, then he can go and show us what we know he can produce.
Have the lads who came in on Thursday settled in?
Yeah, I thought it was Eli come in and it was easy to put him in because I'd seen him Monday night for Man City against Everton, against Man City in the 21s. He's already had that game. Kilkenny and Samuels travelled late Thursday night and never got until Thursday morning 4 o'clock to up to the final course. So I thought it was too quick to throw them in, and I put Kilkenny on. You've seen at times on Saturday the quality he has, and again, these lads all come into my thoughts for Tuesday night. They've trained well today, and we'll pick a team that we feel capable of winning the football match.
Is he going to be a key for you, Kilkenny, from where he's coming from, a Premier League midfield player, to come in and really make an impact straight away? Yeah,
he was my number one target. As soon as I came in the building, I knew what type of player I needed, and I felt that he was capable of doing what we want within what our group is. And I'd not had it for the last 2 weeks really lined up, but again, injuries at Bournemouth and being involved in that West Ham game couldn't really happen. But yeah, we had it tied up for a couple of weeks. We were delighted with it. It was just a matter of time before we can get it over the line. And the last day of the window is always the best bit. And we're delighted to have him in the building. He showed within 20 minutes coming on the quality he has.
You mentioned back-to-back wins for Bristol Rovers. What sort of opposition are they?
They'll be tough. They're aggressive. A lot of second balls. But they've got some good players. Thomas, losing Collins will be a bit of a blow for them. But they obviously reacted in the right way on Saturday by winning the game. So, Finlay in midfield is aggressive and can get on the ball and pass it well for them. So, we know we'll have to be well organised. We'll have to match them physically. But again, on the counter-attack and the quality that we have, we hope to cause them problems.